Rafa Benitez has been sacked. He has been told about it. Everything is prepared for the announcement. The only reason why it hasn't happened yet is because the area that Real Madrid want to do the press conference been used for a kids' party. But it will be announced soon. As I say, he knows about it, and it was something that was coming. There was the announcement recently from Florentino Perez that he had no intention to get rid of Rafa Benitez. That sounded like the dreaded vote of confidence. At the same time, privately, Florentino Perez was not convinced about Rafa Benitez, and he was saying that he was looking for a replacement. There was contacts with Jose Mourinho. There was conversations with Zinedine Zidane, who will replace Rafa. And there was even a poll with the season ticket holders where Florentino, Real Madrid, were actually asking, who do you want to replace Rafa? This was around Christmas. You could see that the sacking was coming.
Yeah, Guillem, you just mentioned Zinedine Zidane there. I've been looking at some of the bookmakers, and he's 20 to 1 on to get the job. But has he got the relevant coaching badges, and does that matter?
Well, he has now the coaching badges. He got them just recently, I think it was May. And quite clearly, he's going to need a hand, because I know the work he's been putting into the B team of Real Madrid, and he's not a coach. He has, of course, ideas. He is a manager, if you like. He's the man with the leader, if you like, of the group. But he needs somebody next to him to work side by side, to prepare the sessions, to work with the players from a technical and tactical point of view. Now, interestingly enough, it could be a Sky Sports pundit who takes that role. It could well be that Santi Solari, who's been coming to Revista La Liga a few times, could be his right-hand man. And that's because the assistant manager of the B team with Zidane at the moment was the assistant manager of Santi Solari with the juveniles. So the three of them could actually work together. And that could be, I think, good news, because, as I'm saying, Zinedine Zidane is one to lead, but not to work on the details. Santi Solari, on the other hand, he's got a football eye and could do that job for him.
OK, well, every time a big job becomes available, as you know, Jose Mourinho's name always comes up. It's been talked about with this one. He's not getting it. He's not going back to Real Madrid. But there were those strong rumours. I mean, what is next for him?
Well, there were strong rumours for a reason. And the reason being that Florentino Perez got in touch with Jose Mourinho and actually asked him, would you be available? Of course, the answer was not a negative answer, but at the same time, the players of Real Madrid, a bunch of players, the key players of Real Madrid, did not want Jose Mourinho back. Florentino felt it wasn't the right time for his return, but he happily left the idea out there that Jose Mourinho at some point could be back at Real Madrid. Florentino would like to try that at some point. But it was also useful for Jose Mourinho, for people to know that actually Real Madrid wanted him, because, of course, there's been a lot of pressure to Louis van Gaal, and it left Jose Mourinho in a good position. A choice that, in theory, he could have made. There was never that choice in terms of going to Real Madrid, but I insist, Florentino Perez at some point would like Mourinho to be the manager of Real Madrid again.
OK, well, let's go back to Rafa Benitez, because he was only in charge for 18 games. Where did it go wrong?
Have a look at the table, and it's like, not much has gone wrong. They actually went one of the first teams to qualify for the next round of the Champions League. But you have to look into the players. Now, after winning the 10th European Cup, even Ancelotti could not wake them up. They seemed to have won everything. There was lack of a spirit in the side. They lost against Valencia in the first game of the year 2015 with Ancelotti in charge. They lost badly against Atletico Madrid in a derby that was embarrassing to Real Madrid. There was a lot of signs that the team was in decay. In fact, Florentino Perez said it himself when he announced that Rafa Benitez was going to continue after so much pressure only about a month and a half ago. He said, what we're seeing now is a consequence of the last year, of the last 12 months. Against Valencia, if you saw the game, you could see at Real Madrid that after scoring the first goal, they didn't go for the second and the third. They lack hunger. This seems like the end of a cycle for the team. So what Florentino Perez wanted to do is Rafa Benitez to give it a new impulse. And quite clearly, he hasn't managed to do so. But who is responsible? A choice of a president who hasn't got a football brain taking decisions there. A manager who perhaps should have said no to Real Madrid, but he's dreamt of this job, or players who are not given the 100%, and that's quite clear. It's so clear that Florentino Perez wants to renew this Real Madrid, wants to get rid of 5, 6 players and bring new ones. One problem, FIFA may ban them to sign players, in which case everybody stays put.